Hi everyone, Dark Ramos here with the Volume Profile Nerd, here to do my trade review for Thursday, June 1st, 2023. And yeah, so today was a red day, but I didn't hit my max loss. And more so than that, I really liked how I traded today. I felt really even keel. I had a cool moment where I recognized that I can only be affected by my thoughts, and that put me in a good frame of mind, and I just felt good about trading in general. Um, and yeah, I almost got the big trade today, but missed it by 2 points. My limit was off by 2 points, so I didn't get that big move. And after that, I didn't feel like chasing. I did have like one really good trade. It was like over 80 points, but it was on the micros. So the kind of mini micro divergence sometimes doesn't work out in my favor, because on some plays I should, use the minis. It would have been an amazing trade, or like one of my biggest trades had I used the minis. But I did use the micros. So overall, that one trade does stand out as good. And I felt like I had a few other trades that my spots were pretty good. And yeah, so I was happy with that. The main thing, and one of the biggest learning lessons for me as a trader, is knowing when to go with trend days. And I did take a long, which was my biggest trade, but I did try to look for the short. And for me, the biggest thing is, like, when it's a trend day, I always think there's a cap, like we got to stop somewhere, but usually we just end up going higher. And I should use my levels more. Like if we're above a POC or back into a specific range, maybe buyers get there, because that's what they should be looking to target. And so that kind of disbelief of buyers going higher, I think once I work on that and kind of improve that aspect of my game, I think it'll benefit me a lot more to go with these trend days. And that's something I'm going to continuously work on and improve on. And given the context of buyers setting the daily higher low, that was the ruling reason. And I should have had, and I did try, like, I'm not going to say here and like I didn't try for that play, because I did, but I was just off by a few points on my limit. And after that, I didn't want to chase the move. But essentially, the ruling reason for today was this daily value area low on NQ from 411, 421.22, and we just had a battle at that level. And then once we broke through it, I knew I wanted to go with the long, and buyers just got a really nice day. It was, about 200 points, over 200 points, which is quite nice. And that daily value area low was also this, coincided with this hourly POC. We oscillated around it, broke above, and then we got the move going here. Yeah. So this oscillation around this POC was around the oscillation around the daily value area low. So yeah, the other thing, like, I liked today, like, I felt very in tune. Like, I kept drawing my ranges as they presented themselves. And, that's one thing I'm trying to get better at, is just staying in tune and focused with the market, drawing out the ranges, and then seeing if play set up after that. So overall, yeah, like, I want more days like these where I feel like even keel, and using limit orders, I think has helped with that, because I'm not jumping into a trade. I'm like, okay, if we get here, then I'll enter the trade. And early on in the morning, I was just a bit too eager, and I could have been a bit more patient. And that's the other thing I have to remind myself of. When we're at a specific level, whether it's the value area low, whether it's a POC, whether it's a POC or value, like, anytime we're at those levels, I should be way more picky, because buyers and sellers could be looking to duke it out at those levels, which I've seen play out, quite often, where, like, we have a level and buyers and sellers are looking to, figure out where are we going from here. And, so I can be way more picky there. And that's where I got a little bit caught up in the morning. I think I was just a little too eager to trade. And so, yeah, improving the mornings and my trading on the mornings is one of my biggest pieces. Knowing when to go with trend days, and not putting a mental cap of where I think buyers should stop, because we've been heading higher. And those two pieces, I think I can take away from today. I did fumble a little bit near the end, and I'll go over that trade. But yeah, overall, I do like today. Even though it was red, I didn't hit my max loss, but I do like how I traded. Just got to be a bit more picky with my trades, and maybe not so eager in the morning. So after going over that ruling reason of that daily value area low and that hourly POC, I'll go over the trades that I took today. So yeah, let's see. We opened. Where did we open? Right. Yeah, we opened over here. Yeah, so we opened here. We got below the open, got to the open, couldn't get acceptance above the open, had a nice pullback. This is about 50 points. Wow. Didn't even realize how many points that was. Had a nice pullback to the regular trading hours low. And so that was the other thing. Like the morning, we were kind of in yesterday's range and value. And for me, like I could have been a bit more patient waiting for the trade to kind of present itself because the trade is likely to set up a little bit later given that we're in yesterday's range and value and, see who kind of wins out from watching the morning. But yeah, there was a nice, play here from the open to the regular trading hours low. I saw this range and I thought if we maybe back tested, I could make a play off there, but we didn't. Buyers just headed higher. We got to the value area low, held it, then got to the open, then oscillated a bit at the open, got a bull break, got a bear break below the open. And I actually looked for the long here at the previous day close because at this point is 841. 841. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to hold this hourly POC. And let me go. I'll go on the 1 minute here on the daily just to see this a bit better. So 841. Yeah, I could have been maybe a little bit more picky because we're not getting acceptance above this daily value area low here. I thought maybe we could back test it to head higher, but we got a quick pullback and I did get stopped out there. So I did put a limit. I did put a limit buy right here at like 14,302, I think it was. Yeah, 14,302. And keep in mind this little range here. And this little range is what I could have used to get the big play. And this value area high at 13,304.75. So yeah, I'll come back to that because this little range comes into play a little bit later in the day. So yeah, then I saw this sideways range. I drew it up. I saw another sideways range here. We're holding the value area low. We get a bounce. Then I decide to go short off of this value area low because at this point, I'm not sure who's going to win. And that's where I should probably stay out of the market because I don't know who is edging out yet. Like we're at that daily value area low. We're at the hourly POC. I do not know who's going to edge out yet. And yeah, and NVDA, I was looking to see if it would hold that, this NVDA. Yeah, so I was looking to see if it was going to hold this 15-minute range that I, kind of talked about in my recent morning preparations and rundowns, where I was looking to see if we would get acceptance above this value area high to head higher, because I think that would have, played a big part with tech going higher, and also SMH. Like SMH was just it was a beauty, like really was. We got to the low of yesterday, and then where did we get right to? This daily value area low, and we couldn't find acceptance back into it. So it'll be very telling to see like what tomorrow looks like, and if buyers on SMH can get back into this daily value area, which we rejected from twice already, and couldn't find acceptance back into it. But it was enough to give tech a boost with, Apple heading higher, Amazon heading higher, SMH heading higher, and all sectors were at their highs. And XLV, XLV, all sectors were at their highs today. Was XLF? No, XLF. No, XLF didn't. No, it did. My bad. Yep. Anyway, I'll continue here. So we had a sideways range. Oh, no, I'm over here. Yeah. So I did decide to go short off here. So I had a limit order placed at 14,291 and had my limit here, got risk free here, and then stopped out here. And then I decided to go short off here at 14,280, I think it was, or let's see, 14,2. I think I had it at 14,281. But yeah, I got stopped out right away. And I should be more cautious. We're above the valley area low. You know, I could definitely pick my spots better here. And again, we're at some daily levels, and I should be way more picky. So, gonna continue to remind myself that unless, until buyers or sellers convincingly prove it, I can be a lot more picky looking for my spots. So, yeah, especially if we're at larger time frame levels. Or yeah, the specific levels could be maybe contentious. So yeah, after this, I said, okay, pump the brakes, and just see kind of what happens. So yeah, we get above the open, and honestly, this was a beautiful play here off this little range here. We held the value area high right here at, it was at 13,304.75. We held it here. I didn't take that. And then I did take this long. We had this little range here. And so I took the long here to try to get to the overnight high and got risk-free here and then got stopped out here. And then I did take a long here. Okay, so this is where I took a long at this was a good, well, kind of a good trade. But essentially I was playing off this thinking that buyers could hold this little range right here from the morning. And so I had my buy limit at 13,304.50, and I really wish I would have done that a second time, and I'll go over that in a second. But I entered here, and I get risk-free here and get stopped out here. So after this, we pull back, we oscillate down here. 1 second. Okay, yep, so we oscillate down here. We get a bounce above the open, get below the open. I did go short here below the open. So once we got below it, I had a limit at 14,209. It was 14,302. And yeah, entered here for the short, got risk free here, and then got stopped out here. So then we just kind of oscillated around the open. And once we broke above the open, this was like the go signal for me. And I told myself, if we break above the open, I'm going to set a limit. And this is where like I wasn't clear. Like I said, my limit is going to be at 13,302, which was like the POC of this little range. But we literally held the value area high of the range, couldn't get acceptance back into this little range, and then got the move going from there. So my limit was at 14,302 down here, and that's where I missed that big move. And after that, I didn't want to chase because I thought maybe like we hold here, and I just talked myself out of entering after that, and right, because it was just a straight shot up, and I'm not about to chase the move, and so missed the really big move by 2 points. And it was on minis. I was looking to play the minis there, and a little unfortunate. Would have been probably my biggest trade yet. I'm not sure where I would have chopped, honestly, but I think after getting above here, so it was, it was here. So literally getting right above this value area low. So from here to here, that's about 60 points. And yeah, maybe I would have cut it at this POC. It would have been 60. I think I've had more than 60 point mini trades. No, I think my biggest one was 40 points, I want to say. Maybe a little less, but yeah, one day I'm gonna get it. I'm confident in that, especially if I continue with picking my spots a bit better and having this even keel and just setting my limits. I think I'll get there. So yeah, so after that we just got the move going, and for me, I did have in mind that it could be a trend day. So I drew up this little range here. Um, yeah, and I didn't pick my spots as good as I could have. We had this little sideways range, and I did something I don't normally do, and I'm not sure why I did it. I don't think I'll do it again, honestly. But essentially, we pulled back from this range, and I set a limit buy here, a stop buy, if we were to get back above here. And I honestly could have set it a bit higher, but I set it right at this value area low. So I got my buy limit got triggered here. Then I got stopped out quickly. I tried it again, almost got risk free, got stopped out here. And then I went short here after I saw we couldn't, get acceptance into here. I went short, and then I cut it quickly because I don't know. I just felt like, okay, why am I going short on a possible trend day? And here we're above this value area high of this hourly range, this 418, 419 range. And honestly, the better buy would have been at this value area high, which coincided with the value area high of this hourly range. We held it pretty much to the tick. And let me move this arrow here. Yeah, we held it pretty much to the tick. Got a little bit under it. This was 14.34425. The value area high is 13.34575. But yeah, just held it and kept the move going from there. So that would have been the better buy here, honestly, like around here. But I didn't have a range that I quite liked here. I guess I could have entered once we got back into this range, like back tested the value area low right here, and then continued the move higher. And knowing we had this gap here too on the hourlies, I could have, we just literally sliced through it. Like buyers just went through it nicely. So after this, I do take a long here. So we get this little range, and once we backtest, I look to play off developing value, or this range here at the value area low. So I had a limit buy at 14.394 and just got quickly stopped out. And then, I guess, I was looking to go with the buy. Just unfortunately, I got stopped out here and here. Then I went short here, but cut it quickly. I got to give myself maybe a bit of credit. Just got to pick my spots a bit better. But yeah, after this, we had this range here. And actually, this range was, if we go to the 1 minute, I grabbed... Yeah, so that's what I like. I like that I'm looking at the 5 second, but I'm also looking at the 1 minute. So I get to see like bigger ranges, but also smaller ones. And it's just kind of nice to do that. So I had this 1 minute range drawn up. And so I looked to make a play at the value area high of this range at 14.370. My limit buy was at 14.371. And it was right here, matched up right here. So 14.371 was right here. And honestly, I wish I would have played with the minis here, because this was my biggest trade of the day. So I entered, got risk-free here. I sold another piece near the value area low of this range, not quite at it, but close enough, at 13.388. And why did I do that? I think, it was value area low of this hourly range. So I thought if sellers step in, it could be here. So, and that level was roughly 14.390.25. So I just front ran it by a couple points. So chopped another contract at 14.388 right here. And then I left one contract to ride. And I closed it here. Let me see why. 11. Yeah, it was a 1 minute stair step right into this POC here, into this hourly POC. So I really liked how I played this. The way I felt about it, the way like I was calm while playing it, it ticked all the boxes for me. So, I watched this contract. I knew buyers could try to get to this POC, this hourly POC here at roughly 14.439. So after we got the move, I just, 1 minute stair stepped it. Actually, my target was 14.433. That was my target. And then I just said, okay, maybe just 1 minute stair step it to see if buyers or sellers step in type of thing. And honestly, had I left my stop here at 14.3 2.9, I would have saw another leg up. But yeah, just 1 minute stair stepped it here, and then I think my stop was at 14.34, and I got stopped out at 14.434. So I did gain 1 point by 1 minute stair stepping it. But yeah, was happy with that trade. It was at a POC. That was the target for that one contract. And yeah, my best trade of the day overall. With all the contracts, that it was around 85 points. But on minis, I only have 2 contracts, so I would have gotten risk free, and I would have had to sit through, letting buyers get to that POC, which I could have done. And that would have been a really nice trade. 60 points on one contract, or 63 points on one contract, which would be a really nice day. So that's where that divergence, that's why I'm not too mad at myself, because I know I was little eager on the morning, kind of getting caught up at the open on the morning, and buyers and sellers were still trying to resolve this daily value area low, or here, here. So after that, let's see what else. After that, I do take a play on the minis here. I'm not sure what this was about. It was a quick buy and sell. I'm not really sure. I think I did have a limit order in, and then I closed it, and it might have triggered and then closed right away. But I did lose 0.25 points here on the minis, which was not that big. It was it was 0.5 points. So no big deal here. But after this, I recognize that, I looked for the short here, and there was a reason I looked for the short. Yes, okay. So this was here. Let's see, this was at 12.28. Yep. So this is where I started looking for the short a little bit too aggressively. 12. Let's see. It was 12. And I don't mind this play too much, actually, because I was watching this range here, and so I drew up this 1 minute range, and I just saw buyers and sellers were kind of duking it out here. We got below it. Buyers couldn't get above the range. We pulled back. Buyers tried again, couldn't get above. Hold the value area low, get above, pull back to the value area low, get above, pull back to the value area high, get above again. Then we crack through convincingly, and then I look for the short right here at 14.355 off the value area low. And I really like this trade. I would take this trade, 9 times out of 10. To me, this trade was just really nice, because I felt maybe buyers don't get acceptance above this POC or something, or my target was to get to this value area high here at 13.342. That was my target for just a quick scalp, knowing that it could be a bull trend day. And so and we were approaching. No, there wasn't a. I mean, it would have just been a quick scalp, because I know it's a bull trend day, and that literally was my target, 13.342, and buyers just didn't even let sellers get there. It was just, the strength of the buyers today was pretty amazing. So we pulled back. I'm risk free in the trade. We pull back, and I'm looking to set my my limit at 14.442, and we just held these lows here and couldn't get there. Buyers just took off from there again. And honestly, the trade I could have taken after that, I don't love it. We bull broke above it, then we held this POC, we got above the value area high, and then we got another leg up, another good leg up, by from here to here. That's almost 100 points. But at this point, I'm putting that cap on the day. I'm okay, buyers can't go higher than this. It's very psychological. It's my mind literally is no way buyers are going to go higher, and we end up going another 100 points higher. But buyers are strong. If they can't even get back here, and break above the range to backtest the POC and then get above the value area high, like buyers are a-okay, you know. So just got to keep reminding myself of that. So this is what the trade looks like. I had the limit at 13,455, got filled here, got risk free here, and then got stopped out here. And my target was looking to get to 13,342, and we just missed it by about 3 points, which is fine. So yeah, would have had a much better day going with the bulls or the buyers, but that's how it goes, and that's my biggest improvement and something I got to continuously work on for sure. All right, so after this, I don't take any trades, nothing. I liked setup, and at this point, I don't have the mind to continue to go with buyers. I don't know why. Again, my biggest improvement. There were a lot of nice trades that set up. Holding the POC here. Yeah. Oh shoot. NQ. Yeah. We pretty much couldn't quite get to the POC. Yeah, a lot of front running of ranges I feel today. That was another thing, like, we didn't quite get to the POC here. So maybe like for me, it's like learning to maybe front run a little bit by a point or two. Here we couldn't get to this value area high on this back test, and buyers just took over. This would have been nice off the POC. But at this point, like, buyers are not getting above the value area high. But they do hold the POC here. We get another leg up. Yeah, that would have been a nice trade there. And then after this, I go and, get some lunch, and I come back. Actually, I don't think I was here for any of this. But yeah, I come back and we start the pullback. I did have this range up here. I think I might have gone off for the sell off here, and we just get a nice kind of liquidation break. And then we bounced right from this POC, and I didn't take any trades here, but would have been some nice trades there for sure. I was just thinking after, like, actually here, I'll go over my only kind of fumble on the day that I didn't like. And yeah, this could have been avoided for sure. So at this point, sellers should be looking to get to this hourly POC here of this 419, 421, 22 range. And we get this little 5-second range, and I played off the value area high here, thinking that buyers are going to bounce from here, and just got stopped out quickly. So I don't like this trade at all. I don't like how I felt. I don't like how I entered. I'm trying to catch a low. Didn't like that trade at all. I could have been more patient to wait till we get to this POC. And then if I was feeling froggy, like we're getting developing value here, I could have played off the developing value area low to then see continuation. But after we're at that POC and not before that, and after that we bounce, had I entered at developing value area low, let's say 14.37, for example, and from there we get like almost 60 points from here to here, and where do we stop? Right at this little range right here. Amazing. So yeah, I gotta get a little better with my execution, and I psych myself out. Like I gotta stop psyching myself out, or entering early. Like I had no reason to enter here, knowing that there was a clearly larger time frame POC a little bit lower, and sellers had a lot of momentum. Oscillating around here I think is a better kind of play, because now I'm like, okay, to low risk, enter at developing value, the developing value area low, to see if we hold that POC, right? It's cheap to find out here at that POC. Here I'm front running it. We're still a good bit above this POC. And I think I just had this range here. Yeah, I had this 1 minute range that I thought buyers would hold. But honestly, like it should have been, at this point, it should have been this entire range. Yeah, and I thought we would hold. I think I had drawn it. I did draw it up. and I thought we might hold this bigger range, but we held this hourly POC and this range right down here near the hourly POC, and then got a good bounce from there. So yeah, a lot of nice plays do set up during the day, and I will get better. I know I'll have that nice day. I have been showing discipline, and today was a good example of that, except that last trade there. But yeah, I feel like I am growing as a trader. Biggest improvements are, knowing when to like more convincingly go with trend days and take a couple shots on trend days. Because I think, the potential of maybe getting one, a nice clean and clear level like I did with that mini. And I did. Like, I have to give myself more credit because I did get a really nice trade. It's just relative to the losses and things like that. Like, it just playing the micro didn't quite even out. So, I did get one really nice trade, so I can't fault myself too much. It's just because I play with the micros. I'm like, but, this was a break-even minis trade. This, I'm not sure what this was about. Just a quick, almost break-even trade there on the minis. But yeah, I wasn't too eager to play with the minis, and I'm not sure why. Like, I was waiting for, like, this trade here, like, this would have been a nice trade. Like, I really liked how it set up, and I did get risk-free, and that's all I can ask for, like, the trade did set up, like, how I liked, and, I just got to remember trend days are trend days for sure, because this trade is like, okay, oscillation around here, bull break, no follow through, bull break, crack below, enter here. And another reason I like this trade is because the value area low, the POC was more, my stop was above the POC at 45960. And so that's why I liked it, because I'm like, if I enter at the value area low, buyers do need to get above the POC at 14,460. And so I felt my odds were good. Like, they have this value area low to contend with and this POC. And so I felt like, that was a nice trade, given the context of like what buyers and sellers were proving. But yeah, we did get the pullback, but buyers just bought that dip very quickly. And then we did do this. So yeah, could have been a spot here for the buy, but this is my biggest improvement here, because at this point I'm not convinced buyers are gonna get another leg up, and I just talked myself out of potential plays here because of that. So yeah, some good learning lessons for me. When it's a trend day, it's a trend day. It's a trend day. And honestly, like, looking here, let me see if I drew something like, maybe like this. I don't know, maybe something like this or something. Yeah, playing off the POC right here. That would have been nice. All right. But yeah, those were the trades I took today. Overall, happy, content with how I traded. And that's all I can ask, right? Like, that's a win for me. How I felt on the day, except that one last trade at the end, those are wins. Like, wins are relative. Like, a win could be getting 50 points on a minis contract, or a win could be having an emotionally even keel day and feeling good about myself during the day and letting trades come to me, except for the morning, which is just an improvement. It's a growth aspect for me. And I will improve on that. I think, like, this is why, like, this is a good trade review, because I can see, okay, what can I improve on? It's being too eager on the morning. I almost got that big trade. It's okay. Missed it by 2 points. And I set limit orders on a few plays. And yeah, had I not taken maybe a few trades on the morning and got caught up on that daily value area low and hourly POC, could have been, a bit better. But those are just improvements, right? And that's all we're doing, is just improving and getting better. So yeah, that was my day, and really happy with the day for sure. So yeah, I'll just do a quick rundown of sectors in tech. So sectors, daily higher low set on SPY, daily higher low set on QQQ, XLF getting a daily bounce going. Buyers want a big enough bounce to potentially set a daily higher low. Buyers would have to get over this daily lower high at 32.23. But yeah, XLF a bit sideways. So I think buyers want this POC here after not getting acceptance below this value area low here, right here. So maybe this POC at 32.34. IWM held this POC here, got a bounce going. So this is interesting. Bear break, no follow through. Buyers do want above this to create enough space for a daily higher low, but pretty sideways here on IWM. XLE got a bounce going, but we are scouting a daily lower high. So this is a pretty big upper wick. So we'll see if we do get that daily lower high here. Sellers do want to break below this low here to probably get back into some ranges in this area. XBI did get a bounce going, held this POC here. And I think I might have outlined that this morning. Held this POC. Wow, that was beautiful. POC to POC. Perfect. And that was over $2 on XBI. So yeah, I think we're scouting a 2-day lower high on XBI. Yeah. But yeah, that was nice. POC to POC right there. Very nice. But yeah, getting a bit of a bounce going here. A 2-day bounce. Yep. XLV, daily bounce underway. We did get above this little rinky-dink daily lower high, but buyers want to create enough space now for the daily higher low. I think buyers want to tag this 130.85 level to try to create enough space for a daily higher low here. Yeah, something like this. XLU, pretty big red day. If we break the low of Wednesday, our daily lower high will be set at 65.22. But buyers could still hold this low. I think sellers want this POC here at 63.69. It'll be notable if we don't get there and buyers get back into this range, because then buyers would want to tag this POC at 65.92. SMH, quick daily higher low set at 143.80 right here, and buyers still have to get back into this daily range to start proving something, because we couldn't get acceptance back into it today. So if buyers can't get acceptance into it, we're looking back down at this 140.59 range or value area high from this range back here. Just a bit of a cluster there of price action. So I think sellers should be tagging this at 140.59. But given that the daily higher low is set on NQ, I'm going to be kind of picky here, because if buyers get back into this range, the next target should be this POC at 152.44. All right, tech. So Apple had a really nice day today. Still in a daily stair step. Daily consolidation won't surprise us, but buyers are looking just fine, setting weekly higher lows for some time now. Yeah. So buyers are looking good. Where are we at all-time highs? Oh my God, Apple is at all-time highs. The highest level it's ever been at. Is it 180.12? Nope. Still has a few more to go to get there. About $2 more. So that would be, what percentage is that? So 180.8. Yeah, 1%. About a little less than 1% to go to get there to the all-time high. Yeah, that's Apple. So just, we don't have much range up here. Maybe this little tiny bit. I'll go ahead and draw that up, because that would be the next spot, I think. I don't love this candle here, but we'll include that I think I'd have to zoom into the hourly to get a bit more detail there for that one candle. Okay. So yeah, buyers want to get above 180.46. We're kind of knocking at the door there. If above that, I think buyers should have an easy go for all-time highs. There we go. Man, so Apple, wow, from January 5th, what percentage is that? From here to here, 44%, not bad. Okay, so Amazon daily higher low is set. We are at this daily POC, but buyers are looking good. If we can't get acceptance above this, then maybe more consolidation could be underway. I think Amazon is due for weekly consolidation. Yeah, pretty good weekly move there. All right. Yeah, if we don't get acceptance above this POC, eyes on the value area low, and then maybe eyes on this value area high at 118.26. All right, Netflix. Still, it's in a daily stair step so far. Buyers are looking good. We couldn't find acceptance above this POC, but we got to it. Yeah, we got from this value area low to this, almost to the value area high of this daily range. And we'll see. Buyers are looking good. So I'll go through the morning prep in the morning, see where we are in pre-market, and where we open if buyers are looking to continue to press the issue or if sellers are anywhere in sight. But daily higher low set on futures and on a few of these names and on some sectors, or SPY and QQQ mostly. Google, yeah, in between these two daily ranges, but daily higher low is set at 126.38 right here. Buyers want a bit more follow through to convincingly set that, because right now we're just in a bit of a sideways range, bit of a cluster here. So we are above the POC of the sideways range. Maybe buyers look for the value area high, which could coincide with this POC up here at 125.78. So buyers want convincingly above that POC to maybe get another leg up. Microsoft, Microsoft, it was a green day. So Microsoft wants to break the high of Wednesday to convincingly set a daily higher low, which means they would want to get above, this POC here at 335.02, and ideally above this value area high at roughly 337.89. And is Microsoft at all-time highs? Microsoft is knocking at the door of all-time highs. That is so impressive. Like, what? Yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but after this, we have the value area high here at, roughly 343.72. Just going to mark that up there. All right, so I think, wait, was that a monthly range that I had drawn up? Oh, it was a daily. Oh no, the daily, yeah, never mind. It kind of skewed it. But yeah, I think buyers want convincingly above 337.89, which is, yeah, this cluster right up here. All right. And yeah, Meta, wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to call this out this morning. Meta held this value area high in pre-market, and it looks like buyers are looking for this value area high here at 279.14. Let me just look what that looks like. Yeah, pre-market we pulled back. Pre-market we were gapping up. We held this value area high and buyers took off from there, and that's nothing to snuff at. That is probably 3%. Yeah, pretty much 3%. 2.83 to 3%. Yeah, so that was Meta. Tesla, yeah, I think Meta is looking for this range here at yeah, 279.14. Tesla held the value area high of this daily range. We did get to this value area high of this range here, and looks like we're getting acceptance above it. I think buyers want the value area low here of this daily range here at roughly 212.50. All right, and NVDA, let me just see what the sellers want here. Yeah, I think buyers should be looking for that. It'll be notable if buyers don't get there, and maybe we pull back from this daily value area high here to get back to the POC of the range, or back down here, back to the value area high of this cluster, which is relatively close to this POC, and that is at 197.99. NVDA still kind of in thin air here. So, you know, that level that I did draw out, we did hold it today. We couldn't get below it in pre-market, which was notable. We bounced, pulled back, couldn't get to the POC, got above the value area high, and then buyers had a nice move from there, about, yeah, almost 3% from that value area high. And let me just look at the 1 minute to see if anything's set up there. Yeah, you could have done something like this and played off the POC. You know, maybe setting the stop under this hourly pivot. So POC is at 385.83. So risking 80 cents. It would be about 80 cents or almost $1 to make if you held till maybe the high here, risking $1 to make 7. That's worth it. That is worth it for sure. And getting risk free could be like a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 maybe, depending how you chop. But $9 in total. This move from here to here, yeah, close to $9. All right, so yeah, could be worth it. But yeah, I play mostly the futures, so for sure. There was a time where I did play NVDA quite a bit, but mostly focused on futures now. But yeah, that is my trade review and kind of market recap for the day. Yeah, bit of improvements. Do like how I felt aside from that last trade, but we'll look to take these lessons with me into tomorrow, and we'll continue with the limit orders because I really like those, and just got to keep reminding myself when we're at, you know, contentious levels, you know, buyers and sellers could try to duke it out first, whether it's a value area low, value area high, or POC on the daily, or value area low, value area high, or POC on the hourly. Just got to be a bit more careful, maybe wait for the breakout to then get the back test. And on trend days, maybe be a bit more aggressive. But no, I did get that good play. So yeah, just it was decent, you know. So yeah, just gonna look to take how I felt today and these take the feeling of today and the idea that I can only be affected by my thoughts, and you know, I'm the dreamer of the dream, and you know, I'm not like, I decide how I feel, and that is super crucial for me to learn, not only as a person but as a trader, which are one and the same because I have to bring my person into trading. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next trade review. I'll see you tomorrow for the morning prep, and I'll try to post that video a bit early as well. But thank you, and have a great evening. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, see ya. Bye.